Psalm 48, a song, a psalm for the sons of Korah. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised in the city of our God. His holy mountain, beautiful in elevation, is the joy of all the earth. Mount Zion in the far north, the city of the great King. Within her citadels God has made himself known as a fortress. For behold, the kings assembled. They came on together. As soon as they saw it, they were astounded. They were in panic. They took to flight. Trembling took hold of them there. Anguish as of a woman in labor. By the east wind you shattered the ships of Tarshish. As we have heard, so we have seen in the city of the Lord of hosts, in the city of our God, which God will establish forever. Selah. We have thought on your steadfast love, O God, in the midst of your temple. As your name, O God, so your praise reaches to the ends of the earth. Your right hand is filled with righteousness. Let Mount Zion be glad. Let the daughters of Judah rejoice because of your judgments. Walk about Zion, go around her, number her towers, consider well her ramparts, go through her citadels, that you may tell the next generation that this is God, our God, forever and ever. He will guide us forever. Psalm 48 celebrates Zion as God's special city, his chosen place. This is where he has chosen to dwell. It is striking to consider the role of cities throughout the Bible. Humanity was first placed in a garden, not a city. The first city, Babel, reflected mankind's pride and arrogance. Yet, at the end of all things, it is not a garden, but a city that comes down out of heaven, the New Jerusalem. God takes humanity's rebellion and creates something beautiful out of it. Here in Psalm 48, we find a reflection on the city that God made his own, Zion. Zion is the name of the mountain on which Jerusalem was built. Throughout the Old Testament, Zion comes to represent the promises of God. This is where he lives. Specifically, God lives in the temple, the most important building on Zion. This is why David speaks of reflecting on God's steadfast love while in the temple. The temple was where God could be found. But notice that at the end of Psalm 48, the psalmist equates Zion, the city in which God placed his presence, with God himself. The buildings of the city, the building of the temple, so represented God's presence that they could virtually be called God. Consider where you and I are now in redemptive history. God came to earth in the person of his Son, who called himself the temple, and who said that believing sinners are united to him and become part of this temple. Do you live in a city, a town, a village? God does not simply dwell among you in some special building. He dwells in you. He could not be closer. You are never alone.